Welcome to StorySnob. Welcome to StorySnob.com, where I talk. Your host, Gregory Opening, where I talk. Man, that really ruined my dramatic entry. Fuck it. StorySnob. Hey guys, going to lay down some serious literary symbolism bullshit today, and prove once again how snobby a advanced literary reader can really be. So, what I want to talk today on my podcast, video, whatever the hell this is going to be when I take this audio and put it on my website somehow, is this idea of symbolism. This is geared more towards writers, or I guess fans of literature would enjoy this as well. So if you're one of those people that enjoy the finer parts of literature like a good wine, keep on listening. I'm going to be talking about symbolism. It is something I learned in 10th grade in high school. It was actually one of my biggest aha moments as a writer myself. And, I think about it all the time. Symbolism is such a powerful tool in books to use. And it is something that I believe is either often underused or often overlooked by the reader because the writer might have been a little bit too ambiguous with it. But symbols are all around us. They mean so many different things. I mean, right now I'm wearing a cross on my wrist. It's just this little wristband with this white cross. I'm not religious whatsoever. In fact, I'm a pretty hardcore atheist. But the girl I love gave this bracelet to me, and I remember what she said. She told me, a cross means more than just Christianity, and she's so right. There are so many tropes related to just the cross alone that could cover books and upon books of symbolism and what the themes of the cross are. Everyone has heard of sayings like, "This is the cross I bear, the burden that I bear," and the cross is often considered the burden that the Lord bore, right? Through the streets of Jerusalem. So it is, a bit of a burden that I bear when I'm not with her, and it reminds me of that love I feel for her because it is a burden when she's not around me because I miss her when she's not here. So that's kind of what the cross would mean to me, and it's interesting looking at the cross on another level too. When most people look at the cross, what is it that they feel? A lot of people would say peace and blessedness, especially if they're religious. They think of heaven and all these wonderful things, but what is the cross really? It's this brutal torturing device that the Romans had for high treasonous traitors of the state, where they literally bled them out like pigs in the sun and allowed them to die of horrific starvation over a period of days, letting birds peck at their live bodies and be put on display in front of all their family and friends who are weeping underneath the hill as they watch their loved ones die this horrific and just horrible death. That is not usually what people think of, though, when they look at a cross. And that's because we've symbolized it to mean something else. It means something totally different. But at the same time, it still means that. It's one of those paradoxes. If you guys listen to my 1984 review, I talk a little bit about the idea of paradoxes and how it keeps people in a state of being uncertain, and it allows them to be more malleable by whatever message comes after them. Well, the cross is a very contradictory symbol, and it could mean either hope or devastation. It could mean death or love and life, or hatred and anger and all sorts of bad things, or all sorts of good things. And the symbolism, it just keeps on going. There's other symbols like that. I like to think of them kind of almost like master symbols because they've been used so much throughout literature for so many different things. Another one, a really good master symbol would be the rose. The rose is something that could be used for every single symbol that is ever thought of by man. You have purple roses, royalty, red roses for passionate love, orange roses for friendship, I think, or whatever. They're really cool still. You have dead roses if you want to go gothic. You can have black roses, wilting roses, blooming roses, all fields and fields of roses aplenty, or the scarce, fragile flower of one single stem blooming in the protagonist's hand as he contemplates the desolate wasteland before him that he must go through. And it's in all sorts of different ways, right? And the cross and the rose are both great master symbols, but anything can become a symbol. It just kind of depends on how you framework it. You can turn a credit card into a symbol, and really, credit cards are symbols. What are they? They're symbols in society of money. They're also symbols of instant gratification. They're symbols of debt, of pain and agony, but also of pleasure, of I'm going to get this right now, and I'm going to worry about it later. when I get the bill, I'll be like, oh, fuck, I kind of wish I hadn't symbolized that. I should have probably listened to Greg, the Symbolism podcast, even though he actually didn't give me any advice about using credit cards. I'm still going to buy something from him with my credit card. Anyways, now since my advertisement is done and you're definitely going to buy something from me, I will keep on talking about symbolisms. So symbolism is, I believe, the thing that adds a third dimension to a lot of writing. And it's something, like I said, that is either underused by most writers, or if it is used consciously by the writer, it is often overlooked by the reader. But the symbol can be just so damn powerful throughout the whole story. Like, the symbol can become the object of horror. Such as symbols like the yellow sign from The King in Yellow, which is used in True Detectives, which I'll be doing a review on here shortly. There's just so many symbols. The Mask of the Red Death by Edgar Allan Poe. The symbols of the sound of the tick-tocking of a clock and the telltale heart. The idea of the heart as this symbolic, emotional thing, even though it's really just a really strong muscle beating blood, pumping back and forth mindlessly, which in of itself becomes a symbol. Everything is a symbol. And I think the reason why this is so powerful is because humanity as a whole enjoys storytelling, enjoys stories so much that they rely on them incessantly as the only way to really derive true spiritual meaning in their life. You can read a nonfiction book, and that's great, and it'll help you out in your life, but a fiction book is like the spiritual tone that says, hey, look at this story and take it in. Yeah, this is a lie, but we're going to cast some shadows of truth that could not be cast in any other way than by telling you this beautiful lie. And so books become symbols of truth, even though they are a lie, because they're about made-up characters and made-up places or made-up events and plots or things and ghosts and goblins and all sorts of craziness. And that's why we love symbols so much, because it's taking something meaningless and giving meaning to it. What was once just a bubbling little brook with some clear water coming through is now this purity thing, this divine blessing coming through from some mountain goddess up on high, serving everyone. It becomes a symbol of life, of romance, of love, religious sanctity, all these things. And because of that, it does that because we seek meaning so much. And so symbolism allows us to add that meaning to our life. And if you're a writer, really think about it. What is my story symbolizing right now? What are the symbols of my story? And I challenge you to take a good, hard, long look at what are the symbols that you are using in your story and expand upon them. Because once you know what they are, it's like aha moments, because now you understand your story even more intimately than you did before that you're writing, and you can really pound that out to the reader who maybe would just totally overlooked it, but now since you know consciously what the major symbol of the story is, you can plant it in a more and more bold and dramatic fashion throughout the story and really punch even more meaning and truth or whatever it is you want to spread in your story, STDs, whatever, and keep going that way. You can give that to your reader, and I think that's just really, really beautiful. And that's my rant for today. This is Gregory L. Frank with Story Snob. You should buy something from me. Pretty please. Starving writer. Okay. Just kidding. You don't have to buy anything from me. But if you do enjoy my Story Snobbery, whatever the hell I'm doing on here, reviewing good stories, things I like about storytelling and why I think storytelling is so important, and, enjoy listening to my deep, velvety radio voice on its pedestal / podium, please feel free to subscribe to my email newsletter. I will definitely give you an update, begging you to come back to my website and listen to my snobbery more as I talk about writing, literature, and symbolism, and movies, and all that good stuff, too. So, as well as my own writing, which hopefully you guys enjoy, and that would be awesome if you guys enjoy, because that's my main reason for this website, is kind of to showcase my own writing as well. So, that's all I have to say for today. I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful day out there in internet land. Goodbye.